So today is the day where Bungie make my mind up on what I definitely 100% have an opinion about when it comes to Beyond Light. Now, there's a lot of people who are going to be very negative straight away because they just dislike any kind of reaction of my videos to Destiny. So if you are gracious enough to watch all the way through and join me on this journey, please hit that like button, because otherwise they're just going to bombard me with dislikes. So 2 caveats with this video. Number 1, this is my opinion, what I feel about the game, about the trailers, about the ViDoc, about Beyond Light, not what you feel. I'm happy if you are excited for this game. I'm always just going to be as honest as I can with how I feel. I'm not trying to change your mind to hate the game, nor do I want you to change my mind, because this is my honest, instant reaction to what I'm seeing. And speaking of reactions, one of the comments I get a lot of my reactions is, "You talk too much over all the important parts." I'm not here to sit and watch a reaction like this for 15 minutes and then just start talking. This is a reaction to what's on screen. I am going to be talking through it. If you want to watch the original ViDoc and get all the information, all the useful information, I will link it in the video description and you can watch it without my ugly little mug talking over it. Let's get into it though. Let's do this. Oh, this looks amazing! No, I'm just kidding.
Beyond Light kicks off the next trilogy of stories that we're trying to tell with Destiny.
Okay, exciting. So this is the start of something big, is kind of what they're saying.
Discover the true nature of light and dark.
It's the beginning of players learning more about the darkness.
It needs to cut some of that hair off his face and head.
Going so far as to wield it.
Okay, we're getting hyped. We're getting hyped. We're getting hyped.
Comfort and safety behind, walking a different road than one.
Hey, no time to explain.
You're destined for.
What makes something bad?
Oh, cool.
What makes darkness?
That like aesthetic look pretty cool. Look, they're like different to like typical Destiny.
Who was it?
Oh yes.
How are those learnings going to change the characters that you have gotten to know over the last 6 years?
What a strange camera angle behind the cameras. Oh my days, some cinematic fight scenes. I don't have any doubt that the like story will be good, and like the aesthetic of the story and like the cinematics. Oh wait, hold on, whoa.
Beyond Light's really the beginning of a new adventure. Guardians for the longest
What a weird ass ship.
Bathed in the light.
Is that the Strangers?
Force fighting back evil, and now we're starting to move into that gray area between the light and dark.
If the darkness reaches out, we must reach back.
I will not sanction this.
In Season of Arrival,
God, Zavala's such a
Vanguard
pussy.
is divided. You have some characters telling you, you know, we should fight these ships, and we have other characters who are saying, no, we should find out what they want. We should get to know them and understand more. But it definitely comes to a head.
This next year in Destiny is really just about how all the different characters and factions are reacting.
These are all new
to
people I haven't seen
disappeared
before
destinations and what
on
that
these
means
ViDocs and stuff.
As the pyramids have arrived in our
Zavala's just standing there with Cabal.
time, but for the second time.
What is going on?
We're going to see the return of a character who's been absent for a pretty long time in The Stranger, and boy, does she have a lot to say, and she has a lot of time to
I wonder if it's the same voice actor.
You'll know more.
I'm guessing
She's shown
not.
up to encourage us to take on the darkness, and the only way to truly stop it is
Actress,
to work
I should
with
say.
it.
And here comes our guardian.
Look at that little weird little fish ghost. I want a little weird fish ghost.
Why did the darkness?
I'll play the
invite us
game
here?
just for that. Wait, we got voices. Are we speaking?
Europa is literally like a time capsule.
Europa is huge.
Killer destination.
I'm not usually a fan of like
Desolate.
snow cold, but they've done a good job with Europa.
I've ever seen in a video game.
Like it looks
There was a
very
lot
like
built on
big
Europa
scale,
during the Golden
like
Age, and
epic.
A lot of that was built underground. Clovis Bray had some research facilities there, really pushing the limits of technology and innovation there. Maybe stepping into some things that we
It's
shouldn't
the
have.
robots on my robot.
Under the eyes, all kinds of secrets.
I'm so excited for what players are going to find.
I dislike when they're like talking to each other and not the camera. Like just Just talk to the camera. We know what your job is. You don't need to talk to each other like you're.
The storm
Oh
on
god.
Europa was actually something we've wanted to do for a long time.
That's just a personal pet peeve, though.
We wanted it to feel harsh.
The weather system is so awesome. Like you're walking through.
Oh, that's pretty
and all of a
cool.
sudden,
I knew that
start
existed, but
happening.
seeing it there looked.
Coming across like Fallen or Vex for the first time, you can
No,
barely
walking through the
make
snow.
out
That's
the
what.
glow in their eyes.
I'll play just for that. Imagine there's an emote that makes you be able to do a snow
Will
angel.
change based on what the weather is looking like. You'll actually feel every piece of the environment changing.
Okay.
To match the story.
So it feels like they've gone really immersive. Whoa! Look at that dude. Is that just a random enemy?
Europa itself is a pretty foreboding place. Aramis is there in advance of us, and she set up a forward base. She has lieutenants who have gotten their hands on stasis, gotten their hands on the darkness, and they're learning to wield it.
One by one.
I love that voice, by the way.
Again.
It does seem like really menacing,
motivations
like
are
such a
really
good
interesting, too.
decision for that voice. Look at that little ice bloody servitor.
From our chains.
Aramis really challenges a lot of the ways that
Well,
we
that
think
was
about
uncalled for.
light and darkness. She's gonna make you think about your relationship with the Traveler.
She's a compelling leader, and she has a vision. And especially after the collapse of their society, people, I think, the Fallen wanted someone to follow.
Is that gonna be enough? I think we've seen that we need some new tools to fight our enemies with.
Yeah.
It's time to fight fire with fire.
I don't like those suicide bombing harpies. Or hydras, whatever the hell they are.
Stasis is.
Oh, that looks so cool though. That dude, that looks so good.
Damage type. We've got solar, void, arc, and now we've got stasis.
The idea for stasis all really came back from the gameplay idea of freezing someone.
That was kind of the theme that.
How
everybody
broken
kind
is
of
this
rallied
gonna be?
behind. You know, Dima's an amazing concept artist. Had some
In
images that
PvP.
really kind of put us on the
That
right path.
thing, that was a Minotaur, wasn't it? But it also looked like those things that were diving. So does the Minotaur jump up and dive? That'd be amazing.
So when we say cosmic ice, that's kind of where the cosmic comes in.
I love that design. If that, I'm pretty sure that's a Minotaur, but that looks amazing.
Shatter him in pieces.
See, all this stuff looks so unique and so different and so risky. This is what I want.
Kind of came together when we landed on that theme.
Stasis is going to not only change the way that you can attack or approach combat, there's also some really great ways that you can upgrade it.
Then you start getting into like the more interesting parts, things that we're calling aspects and fragments, which are additional ways to modify your subclass.
Huh, okay.
Aspects are a little bit more potent.
Oh my god, are you serious?
And then the fragments are the things that are class agnostic.
A rift
Depending
just
on what
freezes
your
everybody.
class is and depending on what your aspects are and how you want to play, you're probably going to be starting to select different ones in there. This is just the beginning for Stasis. We're going to continue to expand on it. We're just excited for players to get their hands on this.
Interesting. I have to go back and take a look at those aspects.
When we're creating a new palette like Stasis, we do what we call a source jam. Everyone on the team blocks out about a week where we can say, okay, you're going to go out into the world, microphone, recorder, record anything that reminds you of cosmic ice.
I'd love to do this job, you know, just this part of the job. Like, just mess around and
Gives
make
us the
like audio.
palette that we can build the eventual sounds out of.
I found personally that the best way to do it was at night. But doing screams, screeches, and blood-curdling yells is a little scary at night. Then I had a really rumbly stomach, and that also was recorded. There was also a
Wow.
breast
What the
pump.
hell? That's crazy that they can make like
to make you
fully
sweat
functioning sounds in game using just random things in the world.
In Beyond Light, we have new exotic weapons for you.
Okay, I think we've already, is this just going to be the same ones that we've seen before? Hopefully they just show us more.
Instead of just being the gun that refills your magazine when you land precision hits, you actually get a little time portal, and it starts spitting out rounds alongside you.
I wonder if that takes from your
You can actually
ammo
have that
pool.
on top of the arc soul, so you can be your own little mini firing squad and build for it. Another one we have is the Laments. It uses up your sword's energy.
That is such a cool design though, with that like chainsaw looking
ends
thing.
up in a big spinning slash. Probably the largest selling point for a lot of people is that it slices right through barrier champions.
I think the largest draw for most people is actually going to be the fact that it is a chainsaw sword.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So I thought this sword was supposed to heal as well, from what I remember,
Beyond Light, we really
and they
wanted to
didn't
create
mention it
exotic
now.
Armor pieces that formed a key part.
Maybe
of
I'm
your
wrong
build
about that being a
around
healing
which
sword.
All the other parts of your build could revolve.
But if I'm not wrong, that's what annoyed me about the trailer, is that they're not showing or talking about everything about it.
Looks like it is crafted from Golden Age tech. When you activate it, you sort of slam your arms down, create a burst.
That's
of
pretty
stasis
cool.
energy, and then you cover yourself in an overshield. The Warlock exotic is Necrotic Grip.
Yay!
If you are facing a wave of thralls running at you, you can nail them with your melee attack, and it starts to burst and sort of
Wait, was that
cascade
Omnigor?
through the whole group.
Isn't that Omnigor? It bloody is. But that has a different name. It was like not Navgota or something.
There's a lot there for newcomers coming in too. If you've got a friend who hasn't tried it out, it's a really great time to jump in on New Light, that entry experience for free players.
Last year,
Wait, why did that look like the
we
Galahorn?
brought back a small portion of the cosmodrome. This year, we're bringing back a much larger portion of the destination. It takes
Hey!
some of the experiences that started with original Destiny 1, but puts
Oh.
them in a different way and adds new things and tells it a different
Nostalgia!
story.
I want to. Oh god, I hope they've got something good for like the loot cave that used to be there.
Not one, but two names from Fast and the Furious, Shah Han.
Thank the light.
Sure.
I didn't think we had other Guardians on patrol here.
What I love about the Cosmodrome is it feels like Destiny distilled.
Hey, I'm getting that feeling that, oh yes.
Season of the Hunt picks up where Arrivals left off.
Other forces are taking advantage of the darkness to make their move forward, including Xivu Arath, a sister of Oryx, and she's taking this opportunity to build up an army. And we're working
Another
with
Oryx
Osiris
family
to try
member.
to stop her.
Hey, Osiris returning.
Goes out, stumbles across these hive growths that are driving combatants crazy.
Oh!
Osiris is in trouble, and of course you're his only hope.
What the hell? What the hell?
We warned you it was going to be dangerous down here. Impossible.
Okay. You got me hooked.
Catch up to what we saw at the end of Forsaken, where we saw Uldren being brought back to life by a ghost.
Uldren, who now refers to himself as Crow, he doesn't know what he did. The slate's been wiped clean when he was resurrected.
Gosh.
We know what he's done, and we know what he could be capable of doing. So now we're going to spend some time watching him go back and forth, and that's going to question how we look at him, how we look at ourselves, how we look at the light, how we look at darkness.
Now this has got me pumped.
We're partnering with the Crow and Osiris to take down the High Celebrant. It's creating these cryptoliths around the system, and those cryptoliths are attracting
that
the
looks sick.
Elysian Cabal and corrupting them. So Xivu Arath is essentially corrupting herself an army, and it's our job to put a stop to it.
I'm really excited to see Xivu Arath fleshed out more and to find out more about her relationship with Savathun and what that means for Year 4 of Destiny.
Savathun has been placing dominoes, and at the end of Year 4, she's gonna knock down the dominoes. We're gonna see what she's been really up to, and so this year she's putting the last pieces in place.
I'm hooked.
Destiny is just a really incredible
No
world.
final lasting blow though, but I'm hooked.
There are so many stories for us to tell.
We have a lot to look forward to beyond Light, then the Witch Queen, and then Lightfall, and all the seasonal content between. We feel like we've got a really great way to bring people together.
I'm excited to go back to
Working through COVID
Cosmodrome,
and
to be
working
honest.
Through some of the other turmoil in the world right now has been really challenging.
I have to admit, I've been pleasantly surprised with how well we've been able to get things done.
We're committed to your characters and your community of players. We want to meet you where you are.
I think the thing that excites me the
That
most
looks fun.
about Destiny 2
That
is
looks
how
fun,
much
that
it's
Titan.
rooted in where we come from.
Seeing villains revealed and finding out secrets that we've been hinting at for years.
When I look at the team that we're building and continuing to grow and hire, the new leaders that are coming up in Destiny, that gets me super excited.
You know, I'm actually kind of happy about that.
Destiny's
Like,
best days are ahead of us.
I don't know whether they've had to bring new people in or it's like a choice, but bringing new people in obviously keeps it from being stagnant, which I think Destiny 2 has been in for a while. So having new people come in and like develop the game and change things and introduce new ideas, that's only good. So I'm happy about that. That's pretty cool. Okay, you see, my thoughts are still exactly the same as they were. The stasis stuff looks amazing. Having a little bit more footage to look at and go through and see has further inspired me to believe that what they're doing is risky, unique, different, and good, and it's going to be fun. The gear, like, so the gear trailer that I reacted negatively to was because there was nothing unique, nothing different, and it all just felt like things that were in the game being spread across exotics. Now, when I reacted to that trailer, initially they didn't showcase all of the abilities of all of the exotics. They just showed certain things, and then in this ViDoc they did the same thing, and I just can't get my head around the idea of, oh, here's these brand new things in this game, but I'm only going to show you half of what it can do. And it's like, I want to get excited, I want to be drawn in, and you're only going to give me half the information. Like, that kind of mindset just does not ring true to the logic in my brain. And yes, you can go and read about it, but in my opinion, in video form is way more attractive or appealing to anybody than reading some bloody words in a Bungie bloody update that probably most people aren't going to see. It's only really the hardcore fans that are going to be going in and looking at the twabs and all that. Most people are just going to buy the game and play it, and if you're not showcasing everything in the game to its fullest, I can't get my head around it. The aesthetics look cool, you know, going back to Cosmodrome, the Europa looks really good, and if it's going to be immersive and change, you know, that's also new and unique, so that excites me as well. The Season of the Hunt with Uldren, like, that has me way more interested than anything else. Like, that looks like it's going to be incredible storytelling with potential for some amazing reveals and changes within the landscape of Destiny. But right now I'm hooked. Like, so I gave this analogy before. When the stasis subclass came out, the trailer for that, I was at 100% interested. When the gear trailer came out, I was at like 15% interested. And when the story trailer came out, I was at about 25%. So for this now, I would say I'm probably about 60% interested. It's not gonna be something that I delve into for YouTube again. You know, like I said, I'll do videos here and there on what I think is interesting. But this ViDoc has certainly inspired me to want to try and play the game a little bit more and get some more videos where I find some videos. But I still think, like, next gen consoles, Assassin's Creed and Spider-Man, I think they're still going to be on my priority list, with Destiny kind of just like in the back, and with Destruction All-Stars being pushed back as well, then that's going to give me a little bit more time to actually play Destiny. So yeah, maybe I'm cynical, maybe I am, maybe I've been burned too many times by Destiny. Maybe that is why I am ahead of the time negative, like thinking that the worst is going to happen. But history does repeat itself, and things that have happened in the past, the cycle that Destiny is always in, further continues down the road. The difference here is that it looks like they've really made some major changes. You know, bringing that subclass in changes the whole game, you know what I mean? That subclass for me has saved this DLC, because if that subclass didn't exist, I don't think I would play. Even with returning nostalgia and going back to old places, if that subclass wasn't there as this unique, different, new, revolutionary, completely changing the game idea, I wouldn't play. So that's what I mean. Like, I want risk, I want uniqueness, I want something new, something different. And in that subclass, I see it. Everything else at the moment remains to be seen. The gear trailer was a letdown for me, but I'm willing to give it a shot based on this ViDoc. But yeah, I'm there, I'm hooked, and we will see where the game takes us. So let me know what you think down below in the comments section. If you're still here watching, I love you. Make sure you hit that like button and beat all those dislikers into the ground. If you're new around here, subscribe, hit the little bell. My channel grew on Destiny 2 and Destiny, and recently I came back and I'm just playing whatever games I want, but I will be doing more Destiny videos in the future if you're interested in that. Thank you for watching. I've been easynow. You guys have been awesome.